Hmm? We're getting the pat in, are we? Randy's Gaz has got all the remotes ready. Randy, look at him. He knew you were coming back. He knew you were coming back. Yeah. Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah? Hmm? You reckon? Oh, he's got him there. He's smashing them out, Randy. He's smashing them. Hey, you had enough? No, of course not. Of course not. Oh, now he has. All right, now we can play the game. Hmm. All right, so we're continuing with our coal and sulfur that I want to train in, which means, and I was playing with some blueprints and I wasn't enjoying the blueprints. I've thought about them some more. I'm going to keep trying. There's a few things I want to do. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Is this one of these weird ass deadlocks that no one knows what's going on? So I don't know if this one up here has got an issue. It's weird. This is just one of the weird issues trucks have from time to time. And I don't know what it is. So that recovered. This one hasn't recovered. That one over there hasn't recovered. Is it all the trucks on the map? This would be my only gripe with trucks. Look, now it's good. This is my only gripe with trucks. But now this one over here is back in this spot again. It's got plenty of fuel. That one must be paused to allow that one through because he's going to turn. Maybe. Sponge, hello? Hobbs, I remember a glitch from a Facebook post. Make a new random truck loop and delete it and things go back to normal or something along those lines. Interesting. Well, I'm going to turn a blind eye and just keep going. Auntie Kai, I know, and now I'm lurking with a smirk and no way. There'd be a floating head of a smirking effect. That's right. One gorgeous floating head. How are you today? Now, I wonder if the spiders will reappear and reload. You're wonderful, thank you. Excellent. And me? Look, I'm doing alright. A little bit tired from work, but that's to be expected sometimes. But I'm sure we can push through it. I'm sure we can. I was thinking a lot about this in my sleep and everything, these train lines, and I've got some ideas. Same with you. I see. That I'm happy with. This I'm sort of happy with up until up here. So I want to try some new blueprints. First day of spring, so all the winter activities were being closed down. Oh, so it must be, yeah, spring. You must be in the southern hemisphere then. That's not what I wanted. No more ice rink, tobogganing and skiing. Now into mini golf, water slides and hot pool soaking. You're in New Zealand, aha. Exactly, now I know what you're talking about. Okay, so I should have this one here. This is what I want. Okay, so I want so the shortest bit of track is a 1.5. Right, so I want to go up by half. Too glad, welcome. Okay, so this is how I'm going to do it. 1.5 would be oh yeah, down there. Now hold up, if I was to do this, so start there and end there. I'm just experimenting with a few things, so bear with me. Yeah, so I reckon So it would be there. Let's try this. So that's, yeah, that's nice. I like that. That's what I'm after, I think. Yep, rightio. Alright, so let's get rid of that and that. What do you want, mate? Oh. I just want to see if he wants to go outside again. Rightio. So we're back again. And I'm sure we'll have to go and open the door for Andy again in a few minutes to let him back in. We're just going to have to deal with it, aren't we? Right, so that one to there. Right, so that's part of what I was trying to do. The other part is no, that's shorter. Okay, I've gone to... I'm glad I left that sample one there. Alright, let's do that again. Not that one. That looks a bit better. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, I'm going to try that out. I like that. That's good. And I want to make a... So let's separate a few things out. right. And then I'm going to delete a few blueprints. I don't want that one anymore. I don't want that one. No, no. 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 Okay, let's get rid of a bunch of those just then. These are all just mucking around things that I don't need anymore. There's that one. Can you select? Oh, all right. No, you can't do that. Can't. Ah, that's a bit shit. I find this blueprint menu and subcategories very unuser-friendly. Would love some work on that by the developers. Glad. I agree with you 100%. I was, when I first really got into it, when I got back into 1.0, it was like, who designed this? Could you imagine what it would be like on console? All right. I should try not to think about that. Okay, rails to straight, short. .5 raise. Height, because yeah. STR for straight, short, 0.5. All right, and guess who wants to come in? I'll be back in 1 sec. Okay, hopefully that's the last of the interruptions. Okay, that's the test, and I'm going to get rid of the foundations. That's what I wanted. And do I really have to do this? Do I have to? No. Right. And then that one. And then so I will right, we'll save that. And then I'm going to delete that and I'm pretty sure that's all it is. It's just yep. All right. Give me 1 sec. Oh, I need to play with this later. I had a yeah. What? Sorry, I made some changes to my streaming stuff and I needed to put that back. That's better. I'm reading things the wrong way. I'll get back to that later. All right, that is now in blueprints by 2H. Because it's too high. Okay, so down here, I'm not a fan of this, right? So I reckon if I grab because I don't, it's that I didn't like there. How do I get it to blueprint auto connect? That's it. So that there. Then I want to try this one. It's the wrong way around. That's right. How do I get it? It's almost like I've got to get it in position this way in blueprint mode. Yes, the auto connector's in the build mode. That's it. And that's what I want. Now, I'm hoping that if I go like that, perfect. And that gives me that little, yeah, I like that a bit better. And then so what I do want here then is I want my ramps like that. The thing I don't like is that hump you get. There's really not much I can do about it. So that was, let's try it here. So I don't like how it wants to keep going. So what I need to do, I reckon, is here. Alright, we need to put some of this on blueprints. That needs to go on 4 and that needs to go on 5. Right. It's going to be too long. I do... Let's load. That's and then let's do this. I think the answer to a lot of everything I'm trying to achieve is going to require a lot of granular blueprints. So I wonder if that I don't want it connecting to that other one. So we've got to be in blueprint mode to start off with. So I can snap it like that. So what I need to do is really this needs to be about there. That's 1.5. And then I need to put my this one like this. And that's better. Now, this is my next issue is curves. In this case, I'm just going to start off with, yeah, I want to get rid of all that. And that one I don't want anymore. Now, as for this stuff, I can do it to a limit. But it's never going to be perfect in any one sense. And I think what I need to do is I need to build a series of blueprints of bends that are on foundations, and then you can, because if I'm correct, just go over here. Oh, it doesn't really matter. So if I have a foundation like that, so on a barrier, on a foundation, I get that type of rotation, but a foundation, that's a lot more granular, isn't it? So I have to get the foundation to where I want it. Yeah. So I need to get the foundation where I want it, so then I can put the barrier on it, bring it down, and delete it. I'm not going to... That's something I'm going to focus on later when I've got the hover pack. Right now, my focus is to get this happening. And I'm much happier with this. This one here is going to be for in there later. But I'm happy. See the sand coming over? That's the sands of time is sweeping over my train track. It's always going to be like that. I'm happy with that stuff. This here like this, I'm still okay with. That's better, I think. I'm getting an understanding of how I can build it. I like this little bit of incline here, this ½ meter rise. That works well. It's a lot smoother transition than one of these ones. Then what I want to do is, I've got sulfur up here. I was thinking about how I can get it down. I could belt it down. That'd be fine. But I was also thinking, yeah, I was going to try and explore it down, but don't think that's going to... There's no nice way Well, while we're here, we might as well get it. Actually, no, there is. Is there? No. Hold on. Where does this lead us? That's actually not that crazy of an idea. It's not that way. Oh, geez, you get a bit sideways through here. Yeah, I like this. I like this. If I do this correctly. And it would have been a turn back there. But I would come down here. Well, actually, this would be alright here. Yeah. Somewhere here, pull into a truck station here, and then go back up that way. Alright, I like that idea. So let's do... I reckon... Alright. I have an idea. It's going to come in and then turn. So why don't I... So it could come in. Like this, where probably, well, it can be like that, so it can be there like that. Yeah, that's what I reckon. And then the vehicle can still our output is that way. Yep. I like it. So this no, actually, I'm happy with that. Yeah. Let's put some fences. Rightio, so perfect. So we're going to have to record that later. So if I've got a thingo, a truck station that's got a buffer in it, then there would be no reason for this to be, I wouldn't need a buffer in front of the train station. So this is going to be, this would be sulfur for compacted coal. In forest. Okay, so this is that's an unload station. Then I'm going to so this is so I was thinking here of having let me think. That's the right height. However, that's the right height. So that goes to here. That was to there. pushing my limit here. Well, no, actually, I think I'd be alright if I was there. That way. And I just turn this. So close. I reckon we put one about here. So then, one of those there. Right, and then I'll get rid of that. I might put another one here. Maybe even one here. So yeah, like that. Only other thing is we're going to have to run power up to there, which isn't a big deal. So I think I'll put Let's see if this works. So I need, to do that, I would need a beam. And I could go power. On top. Alright, let's deal with that. We'll keep working on this for the moment. Is it that one? No. I think we need that one. Oh. No, actually. Yeah, I like that. Now, how will it fit here? That might do it. we change this to... What is concrete? Yeah, concrete. I was thinking of coated, but nah. So arrows coming in. Like that. Oops. That comes in like that. I'm going to get rid of this one here. And then, what else? Ah, and these ones here. Rightio. So then it's going to be drive out of here. I'm going to drive down that way. Coming straight. Plenty of wood. Plenty of liquid biofuel. Guys, catch you later. No worries. Have a good sleep, guys. That's a Randy for sure. Alright, so we're coming. Alright, so we're driving out. That tree's got to go. Coming down here. It's one of yous, where are the other? Why, thank you. Right, so that. Come down here now, the cave entrance. Is there, right yet? Coming through there. You guys weren't there when I drove through before. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty sure that was it. Keep forgetting I can hold down. Right, I think this one here is going to go. I think that's good. We come through here. Alright, time for some clusters. I didn't automate them if I'm not going to use them, so I might as well use them. Oh, I love all the little ground. It's so nice. Wood on the wall. pretty good. That got rid of that. I'm liking this progress. Not liking this rock all by itself. Right, so a nice cave to come through now. And then we come up to here, right. We'll do a little bit more chainsawing. Where's my inventory go? Whoa, look at all that wood and leaves. I don't need that or that. They can go back into there. They can go into my rubbish. That seems pretty good. I'll get a couple more here. Right, head back up this way. Oof, close. Right, so let's do... I'm actually going to need to use all of this. Right, nearly there. Yeah, I think this is good. So, right, let's get our... Right, yeah, that's good. And then our ramps probably are going to have to be... that might be alright. Yeah. I wonder what this would look like. I was going to put some feet down for it. Yeah, I could go with that. Oh, we've got our first deadlock. I haven't had that for a while. Where are they? My deadlock is... Oh, that's at my raw quartz coming out. Interesting. Well, we'll deal with that later because it's not really important. Alright, so what? Come up with the vehicle here. I'd say we... So what are we looking for? truck station. So I drive up. I suppose if I drive up in my load, it can be there, I suppose, because I can just run the conveyor belt around the edge. Vehicle's going to come up here. I really think it probably needs to go over here. To be honest. Or, well, what if it goes there? I suppose, yeah, there. Pull up and then do a U-turn. I probably reckon there. Oh, you're just going to keep annoying. Are you going to... Now there's 4. Alright, we're going to have to go and investigate. We'll go for a drive. How about we send it? It wasn't as catastrophic as I remember. So in update 2, you could blow up a vehicle. I blew up an Explorer once. The vehicles used to have a health bar. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I landed it onto some coal generators from a big height, and there was an explosion. So you guys did respawn back in, or was it just one? Oh, it's just 2, is it? Haven't seen the hatches come back. So interested to see what's blocked. Which vehicles are actually locked. Because it may be the limestone ones from over there. Could be So why would this happen? Why wouldn't someone go, hey, stop? It is the limestone and this one coming out. How could I fix that? I suppose instead of crossing the road, come out here and then go up that way. Well, that's fix that anyway. I'm just gonna, oh, you know what? Let's drop off that wooden leaves and I'm gonna pick up some coal too. Put a pause, but the pause, the vehicle is coming from inside, like it's very similar to this one here. The truck is doing an unload and then coming straight out onto the road. And I'd say it's too close to the... I hear what you're saying. I don't know if I'd be able to get a pause in that spot, because when you later go back after you record the route and save it, the truck station it goes under, it takes away the nodes either side of it and puts the pause for the truck station there. And you can't add you can't add a pause, which is very frustrating. I definitely wish you could manipulate those a lot more. Then add 10 more seconds to the unloading, but that still wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if you added 100 seconds, because it's coming in, it's unloading, and it comes out. It's random as to when it's going to come out and as to when another vehicle is going to be going past. Because there already is a pause there because it's doing an unloading. So it baffles me why the road logic doesn't, because it's entering the road, it should be checking for vehicles that are in the road. Yeah, it's an odd one. Just stole some coal. So you can add to the actual settings on the existing poles. Yeah, so any truck station you go up to, this pause, and this is a good example here. You can see there's a node there. This is the truck station pause, and the next node's here. There would have been another one about here and here that the tracks automatically got rid of. But you can edit the node and you can say change that wait time. But it still doesn't matter, because it doesn't, like, the truck will wait longer if it's got a full load and it's got to take more time to unload. But there's a pause there anyway, is what I'm saying. Oh, you finally respawned. You'll have to do it manually driving yourself and wait to the arrow no. Yeah, I don't think it works that way. Reroute it, yeah. Yeah, I think rerouting, changing the route is probably better. The limestone truck that's coming out in front maybe, or change how I do those. Pity the logic can't work it out. I'll make a little overbridge. Yeah, I sort of can't in the city. The way that's all designed, I can't. There's conveyor belts that go overhead, so the vehicles are going to hit the conveyor belts then. It's all a fine design. I think I'm going to get rid of this. But good suggestion. I'll go with that. I'm just going to be putting some coal here temporarily. Get rid of a couple of trees. What do you reckon? That one? That one. And these don't go down, do they? The only option is then to go with that. Ooh. Oh, hold on, not that one. Alright, so that'll be... I reckon that can be 300. That's fine. And then I reckon... Yeah, that's the one. That'll do that, and that. Right. Perfect. Alright. I can actually record the route, even though it's not going to run, but I might as well get it done. Start from down here. And I'll put some coal in a second. Maybe. Actually, it would make sense to start it about. Just launch it. We can launch it off here this time. Geronimo. Now, if you look here, do you see how those nodes that were nearby got deleted? I don't know if you saw it quick enough, but there was a node there, there was a node there, a node there, and a node there, and a node there. And if you, like you were saying earlier, Pax, if I re-recorded the route and added a stop just before I entered the road, which is right, would kind of be like right here, then when the route completes, it adds this in, it deletes a section of nodes in between. So that pause I added gets deleted and it's no fun. Alright, we're not going to enable autopilot, we'll leave that for later. I also need to bring over some coal. Oh, I hope I left enough room under here. Yep. You got me? No worries. Yeah, it's very frustrating. But I'll tell you this, the vehicles are a lot better when they're the best they've ever been. we exit out here... Most definitely, yeah. Then... Where's that going? In the center. That looks it. That one. Let's say right. I'm gonna go there's a coal node right there, I think. There it is. We'll delete this one as well. For the moment, we can add it back in later. That's where we're heading. Right, so there's the pillar there. I think that might be one, I reckon. Yeah, that there. That's it. do it the other end first. Right, so we need a couple of things here. Do something like that. We'll change it. So a miner. We'll put that there. It's going to go there. Got that. Yeah, might as well max it out to 150. I reckon that's where I want it. Invalid conveyor. The old run key's getting a bit fidgety on the chroma. I reckon there is going to be the go. Or even, hold on. I don't think I'm going to get... So the next height down will be too low. I think it looks better like that. I've got no power over here. These train lines don't hook up yet, so that's why I'm preloading it with coal. That would be actually interesting. That's awesome. Nice. It's organic concrete. That'll fill up, and then so I've done everything. Oh, and there was good supports here. But once I do these supports, then I've done everything here. All we need to do is get the train tracks heading back. And that's going to be some more templates. That's going to stop there. Wow, I grabbed just about the right amount of coal. I'll be back in 1 sec. Alright, let's just put these supports in. fits through those trees nicely. Alright, that is this part complete. I'm liking what we're doing. Oh, looks like we're going to deal with some critters. Rightio. Okay, so the next stage of blueprints I think we'll be alright. Alright, we're gonna make some blueprints. Let's go with it's going to be annoying there. I wonder if I ever grabbed this up there at the toppy. I think I did, because, oh no, that's still there, I didn't. I chainsawed all of this down when we were... This is where I come to get my early biofuel. But I can go and get that crash site now that we can dismantle them. Yeah, there's not much greenery around here. There used to be another one here too, wasn't there? Maybe not. There should be some hogs here waiting for me. Alright, is this a... maybe they won't grow back. Did I leave a crate here? Where am I? No, I didn't. Interesting. That's a pretty good amount of resources. You're getting rods, screws, reinforced cable, copper sheets, rotors, plate, and wire. That's... I'm definitely going to do a playthrough where I collected a lot of that stuff early on. Alright, Blueprint Maker, I think what we'll do is... do that. Alright, so I wanted to do so that the 4 meters is the best. The height you can get. The train. So that is ten. Alright, so I've got some ideas. Let's first start off good thing about this. Yeah, I just want straight lengths. And my they're just two apart, aren't they? Oh, there is a gap there. Now there is a gap. So here, yeah. That's it. So they're in the center. All right. Can that overlap the blueprint design, hey? That's on the edge, but because it's on an angle, So then oh yeah, this might work alright. Where do I start? Probably there. That's a lot. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's a better one. So one there. Is that what I want though? Yeah, that's... I think it's gonna have to be how I do it. Just making sure it looks correct. This is actually a bit easier than I thought with the those foundations still being there. I think on one end I'm going to need and the other end not, and then that'll be the joiner. Alright, so I'm missing a few. Actually, you know what? I reckon we don't need that one. Yep, that one. That one. Alright, so let's redo this. Trial and error, but where... That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I reckon that's better spacing. So I get rid of that one. I think there's room for one more. Maybe. Because if it starts there, then technically it should finish here at the end of this one. I get rid of this one. That's what I need to do. That's it. I'll just save that, and then I'll, as a test, and then I'll... Alright, so this is... $10-meter incline. Straight. Rails by 2 by 10m incline. Right, that's what they look like. Let's see if they work. I want to go the other way. Oh, I can do it like that, and then we can so they're going to need to be that actually looks all right. I didn't think I'd get the right incline first go. Probably oh no. We're just going to get used to doing this. So that way. That actually looks, the curve on that's nice. I need to make some proper curves. I'm not going to worry about today, but I need to add make some curves that have them in there so I don't have to do I don't have to let the tracks do the building of the curves, if that makes sense. Yeah, and this is the only issue I'm going to have. Is the height. What if I try this? That's not going to work, is it? Or actually it might. What about the other way? No, it needs to be that. It's not achieving what I want. Hold on. That's better. And I'll just do the, hopefully that connects. It's not. I don't want to have these. Well, I suppose it's better than. It's better than nothing. What I do need to do is I need the next incline. That's what I need. I need to step it down. How would I do that? That's not going to work. That works like that. So if you have a ramp, like that, right? And if you go down 1/2 meter, then what does this look like? So it couldn't be there, it has to be there. It's going to curve, it's going to do some weird curvy stuff because they're on different levels. Okay, so I can really only do this and the other ramp height. So what if I, yeah. Oh, they're no longer blueprints. Right, so if you had all these. I need to build the other one at the same time. these are a bit higher up. So I reckon that's where they need to be. Right, so they're about that wide apart, weren't they? Let's just build kind of want to build one as a reference. So it's like 1, 2. It's hard to tell. Well, hold on. I know how to. I think that's it there. Because 1, 2. One, two. No, 1, 2. All right. That's what I'm going to stick with. No, so that's. Oh yeah, that's it. On this one it's a bit different. Yep. Ooh, maybe I've worked it out. How did I get it so easily? That's it there. It almost clicks under the rail. That's interesting, actually. Oh, that looks good. So now, hold on. I didn't do it from the start of the rail, so then that would mean if it finishes on the end of the rail, Oh no, that would be alright how it is there. That should be spot on.
Buckle up,
So what's
there's
this,
a raid incoming.
5 meter incline? Because it's...
Thank you Nog1NK and 0T for the raid of 29 viewers.
Look out, Noggenot's coming in for a raid, folks. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Bringing your awesome community along. Good to see you. How was your stream? We were just doing some train stuff. Working on some sort of train line sort of stuff. Trying to make something like this. Kind of. I'm doing not too bad, thanks. How about yourself? I'm keeping out of trouble, that's the main thing. Trying different things. Cheryl, welcome. Good to see you. Coming in with the raid, awesome. So these are... You have to just bear with me while my brain works. Stream was good. I got my first group of coal generators installed. Nice. Yes, that is awesome. Very exciting part of the game. Everyone seems to love it. So that would be... So there's totally not trains in the game. I'm not giving away spoilers. That's 5 meter incline. Yeah. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to get rid of the ramps. And then I'm going to give them a test. There we go. Well, welcome to your new addiction, Satisfactory. I hope you've set aside plenty of time. So I wonder if... Getting away from the solid biofuel is a relief. You're not wrong. Ah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Right, so when I come down like this, that's still not a bad thing. That's actually... I need... You know what, I need a half version. The raid left you behind? Oh no, Kinetic K, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Oh, better late than never. Let's try... Trying a few different things here.
Hey,
So if I
Smirkin,
load
you just
up
got a follow.
Thank you Kineticai_ for the follow.
this one, I want to get half of it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I was to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. So let's get rid of that. And we're just going to go to there. You like the way she said my name? Wow. That's my Amazon text-to-speak. Amazon Web Services text-to-speak. That's the that's where it's at. That one there. So that is, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it should have been to there. That's 5. I'm glad I checked that. Super cool how you're building that, way past any techniques I know. Thanks, Noggin. I have a vision in mind, and so I'm just trying different things. I really wish the train lines in Satisfactory were a little bit more realistic, with the gravel underneath and things like that. But so I'm going to try and do that. $10-meter incline. It's a half. That'll just be for my very creative indeed. Thank you. You'll find that's the thing with this game. There's a heap of different ways of doing everything. And there's no wrong way. It's the way you want to enjoy the game. I mean, there are wrong ways of doing things. Don't get me wrong. I'll do that there. I don't want to put that there. No. Here. I don't like how it does that. That one to here to there. I think that's the most important thing for newer players to know. There's no right or wrong way to play it. Yeah. This can get a very technical game. You can do what I do sometimes and spreadsheet it all out. And that can be fun. But for some people, well, that's not how you want to teach someone who's just starting the game. It's not a very fun way to play a game. Telling him you have to spreadsheet everything. This is what I was after. Yeah, that's what I was after. Because yeah, it's like that and that. And then this one here. That's looking all right. You're going to have some food and rest while we're lurking again. I appreciate you and we'll be enjoying my lurk. Not a problem at all. I'll be honest with you, I won't be around for too much longer. I do have to work tomorrow, unfortunately. And that's just how it's going to be. But this now I reckon I need, yeah, like that. Something like that. And then you need I don't know about that one. So that's a 10-meter incline. That's actually the right incline. So all I've got to do is I reckon that's it. I want to make some more segments of these tracks. Why am I struggling here? I struggle with the blueprints sometimes, getting them to snap where I want them. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the... So I reckon this one here. How do I get it to snap this side? Not really what I'm after, is it? No. We may have to go for the higher incline. Which actually is almost okay. Nah, it's never gonna work. I think that one is probably the better one here. It's a bit annoying. That's when I need to bring out these ones. To make that connection there. And then I'd say these ones. That's probably it. They're a bit high, aren't they? No, I still need an angle. So probably... back to these ones. Yeah, I reckon that'll be it. I just need to get the... It's still a bit high. I reckon. There's some pretty wobbly railways, but it's kind of doing what I want to do. Now this is where I got a problem here, kind of. Alright. I do like my wood. I get my hands on wood whenever I can. Alright, so then if I had the straight, that's it, yep. It's a bit high. Can I use that? Where's that? This. Yeah. That one. And that. Can I bring it down a bit more? That might be too low, so I reckon there. Oh, that looks good with the grass. That lined up pretty well. I'm told that if I want to get rid of this, if I put a pulsed obelisk on it, That's the only thing it'll get rid of. Sort of. Got rid of a few things over there, but it didn't get rid of the tree. Now this is going well. I think I need to change it to the too high. That one. Just so it gets through. That's where I think we're going to leave it for today. Because I've got to... I'm like... It's coming along nicely. It's not the best of what I wanted, but it's better than nothing. The glads is looking good. Well done. Thank you. It's just the curvy bits that I want to improve. And I think I know how to do it, but at the moment, I don't want to spend all my time on it. I want to come back to it and spend some time on it. When we do the next section. Anyway, because the next bit here is... I think this rail is what's going to come around here. Well, I'll bring them both around here. Because what's the other one's going to be quartz in that, so it'll go that way. I need to start laying stuff out. But yeah, I have to do the coal and the sulfur is what I need to sort out. That's the main goal. And that's going to be straightforward, I think. I've got ideas. Oh, my spacebar, or whatever is. Yeah, my spacebar is playing up. It needs some repairs. I don't know what's going on. The old razor starting to wear out. It's had a few years use. It's not as old as Satisfactory. Like, I bought it... Actually, yeah, it's older than Satisfactory. I bought it before I got Satisfactory. The Razor Chroma All Weaver. So that's 6 years old. But I reckon they're just mechanical switches that I could fix, if that's all it is. That was... What was that? That was... 6. Rightio. Rightio, so... Oh, for the people, the raiders who are here that came in, My factory is one building per production line. So like this is an iron ingot factory. That's a iron plate factory. That's a quartz crystal factory, and so on and so on. And they all send stuff to each factory, and all that stuff gets shipped around. If you want to see more of it, all of it's on my YouTube channel, the whole playthrough, so you can watch it from scratch. Anyway, that's it for this afternoon. Today is a productive episode. We first set up the sulfur that's going to be sent to the train station for the compacted coal. We're delivering that with an Explorer because it's in a really hilly terrain, so we just thought we'd drive it around and drop it off at the train station. Once we've got all that set up, we then continued on with the rails, connecting them back to the main factory, and a lot of fiddling around blueprints, trying to get the mode I want to get happening. It's coming along, it's looking pretty good, but still got a bit of work. We'll see how it goes. It's just lots of fun to be had. We're getting there. A couple of steps to go before we get the computers running, because we need the compacted coal running, which is what we're working on now, and the oil. So after we do this, then we're going to move on to getting the oil in, and then once those are running, coming in, we'll get our computers will actually be automated. It's been a long journey. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.